Let's talk about why having your own website is essential for your business growth. I have 5 reasons why you should create your own website. Creating your own website allows you to avoid unnecessary flagging and being shadow banned. I know you heard or probably experienced people having these problems with social media platforms having preferential bias towards certain content creators.
Is the TikTok algorithm biased? There's so much speculation as to how the TikTok algorithm works, especially as it relates to creators of color, queer creators, disabled creators, so on and so forth. Pause to read what the community guidelines say on this. While there's so much that goes into the technology of the algorithm, I feel like I have a much more simple explanation as to why content gets suppressed, specifically for those creators that I mentioned before. So at the end of the day, the TikTok algorithm reflects the biases of the people who have not only created it, but it also reflects the biases of the collective of people who use it. Speaking from like a US-centered perspective, we still do live in a kind of segregated society. There was a Washington Post article that came out in 2014 that said 3/4 of whites don't have any non-white friends. And so when you think about that, when non-Black, non-POC, non-LGBTQIA people see content on their feeds that they don't feel reflects them or is necessarily for them, sometimes their biases will cause them to skip that content.
Yesterday, I made a video about the systemic racism, basically, that's in like PR and gifting to influencers. Sometimes the people who send them the PR and gifting look just like them. I think people just think, oh, that sucks. Like a lot of minority influencers aren't getting free stuff. It's much deeper than that.
Systemic racism is a very touchy topic. This is how it perpetuates in influencer gifting and marketing, and how it can also affect you as a creator who may be trying to get brand deals.
We have seen this time and time again. There are several rage videos about it. My whole thing is, yes, it's very annoying and frustrating, but instead of getting upset, use your audience that you already built for these social media platforms and create your own website, your own space. We're giving these social media platforms way too much control over the audience that we built. Yes, we did it using their platform, but you still can build your own. You still can drive that traffic to your own website. 2, creating your own website allows you to cut out the middleman of these social media platforms by selling your own products and services on your own platform. A lot of these e-commerce additions to like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook even, these social media platforms are inserting themselves in your financial situations. So when you do sell on these social media platforms, example Instagram, Amazon, TikTok, when you use TikTok, Instagram, Amazon to sell your products, they act as a third-party platform. They charge you an additional fee for using their platform and having that audience of theirs. That there are millions and billions of people that use those platforms. So they charge you for selling your stuff on their platforms, which is why you should start using your stuff on your own platform, because you're building an audience that's also bringing people to their platform, especially if you have 100K, a million followers. You know, monetize that. You can monetize that on your own website. Because a lot of the times when you do sell on TikTok or Amazon or any other platform that isn't your website, not only are they charging you a fee, but they delay you receiving your funds to your website directly. Sometimes it could take weeks. Sometimes it could take a month, depending on the situation. I personally have experienced this because my daughter and I were selling her body butter on Amazon. And yes, there were several times we sold out. But when I would sell my products, I wanted that money back so I can buy more supplies so I can keep selling products. But doing it from my website, I was able to charge the regular $12, $13 directly. But I had to upsell the price for Amazon because they charged me so much. They were taking out more than half of what I was making. I could have kept all my money just by doing it on my website. And when you do have a website, I'm not saying that it's going to be no fees at all. Depending on the plan that you get, You might not have any fees, but depending on the plan that you get, there may be a small percentage, like 2%. They should not be taking out 50+%, and you shouldn't be waiting weeks to receive your money that they took their cut out as soon as it got there. Creating your own website allows you to have full access to the audience that you build. You are limited to access when you build your audience on these social media platforms because you don't know like a lot of stuff. Like, I don't need to know the person's card number. The program and stuff that I use, I'm not trying to see your card number. I'm not trying to get that information. But if I want to send out newsletters, which I recently started, you can visit my website to join the newsletter. But you have all that access on your own website. But these social media platforms don't allow you to have that access. Yeah, you're there. I figured, like, the way they make me feel, the way it comes off with these social media platforms is that, yeah, these are our audience. They just follow you, basically. And they limit the information that you can get to actually build and grow outside of that platform. Reason 4, everything that you can do on social media, you can do on your own website. But the thing about it that's nice, when you are creating your own space, your own environment. Imagine being in like the world when the street is busy, like going to a festival. You're at Lollapalooza. You know how much traffic it is? It's so many people going through Lollapalooza. But sometimes in that busy area, you can stop in at a store. The store may not be that busy, and for whatever reason, you have like some calm peace to yourself because it's probably like maybe 3 or 4 people in there, if anyone's in there at all. You're getting away from that huge crowd because everybody's trying to get to Lollapalooza. That's what it could feel like on your own website, that peace of mind. You can have your audience that's actually interested in what you're doing and what you're talking about be directly to your website, and you can create an experience on your own website. You can have your own content that's not going to be flagged. I wouldn't encourage profanity or anything crazy, but that's like, I feel like your website is like your own home. You can design it the way you want. You can have on there what you want. You can show your personality, if it's a personal website, what you want. You can promote your business the way you want it to be on your website. For example, my website, I feel like it's more, it's like personal and business because I do videography and photography, and I have a bubbly personality, I feel, and a lot of people tell me that's work with me feel. I like people to feel comfortable. I want you to have your privacy when you're changing. I want you to have an experience. When you go to my website, you'll see my blog. You'll see my services. You'll see the programs that I offer. And I have content. I am doing a thing where I want to help other filmmakers. I feel like that's my audience. Other content creators or people that need to be encouraged to make their content. On my website, I am creating beta testing because I want to do my own streaming service. And I want to have other people be a part of that streaming service as well, other independent filmmakers. So on my website, there's a place that you can go to where you can upload a trailer that you already done to my website, and we can set up a contract, and you'll make sure if I'm charging anything for the streaming service, you'll definitely get your money. My thing is to help other people. I'm not trying to take or steal anything. That's not necessary because I can create my own content. I'm very prone on that. And it seems like it's so many people that want their hand in the cookie jar. Like, I know it's hard to start from the beginning and do all of this stuff by yourself. It is hard. It takes a lot of time. But it's worth it when it's something that you created and you don't have to worry about like looking over your shoulder. Last but not least, you can monetize your website without being on social media. You can add ads to your website. I've done that route. They're kind of annoying depending on like if you use like Google ads. They spam your website with all the crazy ads. I don't really like that. So I took that off. But it is a way that you can monetize. You can add digital products on your website. Again, what I was telling y'all about my streaming service. I have paid digital products, and And I also do a limited trial right before I even start charging. I have free things that you can download for like a limited time. For example, I have a social media management template, and I break down different social media platforms that you can use to build your website up. Yes, I still use social media. I'm on like probably all of them. I'm not saying anything bad about social media. Well, I am. It's toxic to a certain extent, but my whole thing is not all about social media, because see what's happening with TikTok. They're pretty much about to leave America. I don't think that, I could be wrong. At the last minute, maybe the Chinese company will, ByteDance will sell to America just to stay here. I don't know. I don't think that's going to happen, but I'm just giving the example that so many people built their livelihood on TikTok. Because TikTok, for whatever reason, they hit the algorithm right and they blew up and they're making money from it, which is great. But you can either take that audience with you to another platform, or you can take them to your website. Take them directly to your website. You can, everything that you can do somewhere else, you can do on your own website. These people that get upset, at the end of the day, that's not your platform. You do not control what goes on that platform. You don't really have a real big say on it. You have somewhat of a say because you are a large part of their platform and you're bringing traffic to their platform, so they will hear you out. But at the end of the day, they can change their terms. They can change what can and cannot be on their website, so they won't get sued. It's all about money at the end of the day, and it's all about a business and how they want to run their business. And seeing how you do not own the platform at all, it's best if you are going in a certain direction to have your audience to your website, your core audience. Anyway, that's my argument with it. I love my website. Y'all can check out my website and have some critiques and talk about what you want. I'm open to positive criticism. I'm open to constructive criticism. I don't want it all be positive and fake. If it's constructive and it's something like, oh, I didn't think about that, I could implement that, I'm open to that. But I hope this was helpful. I will be posting more videos like this because I'm not sponsored by any website. But if you want to know, the website that I do use, that I've gotten accustomed to, is Squarespace. But I'm going to make another video going into different websites that you can use for free, and they'll allow you to post your content and everything, but you're limited with a free plan as well. We can go into that. But I hope this was helpful. Start y'all website.